Want to make money just like Warren Buffett? Like the idea of being invested in the same exact businesses as Buffett? Wondering which of Buffett's stocks look most buyable right now? Then you have to check out today's video.
He is a best-selling author.
30-year-old Jason Fieber has a plan.
This guy retired at only 33 years old.
I don't know if I know too many people that have accomplished something like that.
He's really kind of a guru when it comes to passive income.
Before I get into today's content, please give us a big thumbs up if you find value in our videos. Helps us get the word out and grow the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. Warren Buffett needs no introduction. He's built a fortune worth over $100 billion purely through investing, and that's after giving away about $40 billion to charities. He knows a thing or two about investing and making a lot of money. The interesting thing about it is Buffett's stock holdings are publicly known. He manages a common stock portfolio worth about $300 billion for his conglomerate, Berkshire Hathaway Inc. And the holdings within that common stock portfolio, that information is available to us, so we know exactly which stocks Buffett is invested in. As a dividend growth investor, I'm naturally attracted to those wonderful businesses within the portfolio that are producing reliable rising profits that allow these companies to pay out reliable rising dividends. And I want to invest in those companies when they're available for attractive valuation. With that in mind, today I want to tell you which 3 of Warren Buffett's stocks look most buyable today. Ready? Let's dig in. The first Warren Buffett stock I want to share with you is Johnson & Johnson, stock ticker JNJ. Johnson & Johnson is a world-class healthcare conglomerate, and it's one of my very favorite dividend growth stocks. Johnson & Johnson is kind of like Warren Buffett. Neither needs any introduction. Both have done amazing things over a very long period of time, and there's not much that can be said about either that hasn't already been said. Shouldn't be any surprise that Buffett holds a small stake in the healthcare company. What particularly appeals to me about Johnson & Johnson is its quality. Want evidence of durability, consistency, and quality? How about 59 consecutive years of dividend increases? There aren't many companies in the world that can claim something like that. Another aspect of this business that puts it in rarefied company, their balance sheet. It's one of only 2 companies in the world with AAA rated debt from Standard & Poor's. If you want a blue chip stock that bleeds the bluest blue, you'll find this stock is it. Most relevant to today's video, the stock's valuation looks reasonable. No, it's not the absolute cheapest stock in the market, but you get what you pay for. If you want quality, you have to pay up. This stock trades hands for a price to cash flow ratio of 18.3, which is only slightly in excess of the broader market's cash flow multiple, and the stock's 2.6% yield is right in line with its own 5-year average. This stock is one of my top 5 stocks for 2021. It is a long-term winner. The second Warren Buffett stock that looks buyable is Merck Co Inc., stock ticker MRK. Another healthcare company, but Merck is a pharmaceutical play only. Whereas Johnson & Johnson is exposed to pharma, medical devices, and consumer products, Merck is only a drug company, but this focus doesn't make it a poor investment at all. Like Johnson & Johnson, it's a blue chip stock that's also in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And what you get in exchange for a lack of product diversification is a higher yield here. This stock offers a market-beating yield of 3.5% right now. That yield doesn't just beat the market, by the way. It's also 60 basis points higher than the stock's own 5-year average yield. Plus, Merck has been increasing its dividend for 10 consecutive years, and I think they're just getting started with that. Merck is unloved and underappreciated, in my opinion, and because of that, it looks undervalued. It's even cheaper than Johnson & Johnson with its price to cash flow ratio of 16.6. That's lower than the S&P 500's cash flow multiple. It's also lower than the stock's own 5-year average price to cash flow ratio of 19. We just covered Merck in a full analysis and valuation video back in late March, valuing it at slightly over $100 a share. With the stock currently below $75 a share, there could be a ton of upside here. Plus, you get that sweet dividend and the opportunity to invest alongside Buffett. Last but not least, let's talk about Verizon Communications Inc., stock ticker VZ. Verizon is a telecommunications giant. And And what does telecommunications mean? Well, it means mobile connectivity. That's right, from smartphones to cars, everything in our future is going to require networks for mobile connectivity. Think the Internet of Things and 5G. Verizon is on the cusp of big things, if it weren't already big enough. And while you wait for the 5G revolution to play out, you get to collect a market-smashing 4.4% yield. Buffett is famous for his affinity for dividends, especially large growing dividends. Verizon's dividend is 3 times higher than what you'd get with the broader market, and it's growing. They've increased their dividend for 16 consecutive years. While the low single-digit dividend growth rate won't drop any jaws, the yield is 20 basis points higher than its 5-year average, and high enough to warrant attention from any investor, including, obviously, Buffett. In fact, Buffett likes this stock so much, he's been buying it hand over fist. What's better than investing alongside Buffett? How about buying alongside Buffett? As we covered in a video only a few weeks ago, Buffett bought up a lot of Verizon stock in the first quarter of this year and now has $9 billion invested in Verizon. With its price-to-earnings ratio sitting below 13, the valuation is extremely undemanding. This stock gives you a chance to invest like Buffett, buy like Buffett, and collect a fat growing dividend like Buffett. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give us a like if you did, and let us know in the comments what you think about these 3 Buffett stocks. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on new content. Also, take a look at the description box below for some important links, including the link to my personal stock portfolio. This 6-figure portfolio, which I call the Fire Fund, generates enough passive dividend income for me to live off of. It allowed me to retire in my early 30s. I've made my portfolio entirely accessible over a Patreon, and I also post alerts there whenever I buy or sell a stock. I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm often invested in the same high quality dividend growth stocks that I make videos on. Over the years, I've heard from thousands of investors who have been profiting from many of the same exact stocks that I own. So if you think this is something that you could benefit from as well, check the link in the description to see my portfolio and start getting my buy and sell alerts. I'll see you next time.